Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and I'm wearing my goggles today. They're a little crooked, so sorry, my nose is crooked too, so I don't know if there's a fix to that. And now I'm smacking into my mic, very professional-like. So today we're going to have a little video. We're going to look at Pilgrim's replay and mine in the Mighty Lewinsky, the Lewandowski, the Big Lebowski. All right, you can see me over there, and we're going to start with Pilgrims. This is a game I had on stream, and I came very close to getting the mission. It is for the Chimera, so I can get it with Honors Alliance, I believe, 15, which I've done, but I haven't done with Honors. So it's 6,500 damage, 5 kills, and a win. We don't get there. We'll get to that in just a minute. It was extremely close. But I don't come even close without Pilgrim's help. So I just wanted to see or take a look at here and talk a bit about platoons and helping each other get missions. Now, I'm not talking about collusion. Not platoons on the other side colluding or doing anything silly like that. But what we are talking about is getting yourself in a good situation to do a mission. So we have two 60 TPs. We've discussed it a bit, and Pilgrim's going to actually do some great work here, helping me out, figuring out how I can maybe come close to get this mission. It was extremely... well, we'll just get there. It's a bit of a heartbreaker at the end. If you saw it in action, you know exactly what happened. So Pilgrim kind of heads towards the middle. I think I'm heading off that away. Yep. And I don't know what the discussion is here, but he eventually turns around and starts maybe coming my way. I'm not sure. There we go. So Pilgrim wandered off a bit. He got himself sorted out. Here he comes back down to the heavy brawling area. It is a two-tier battle, no artillery, which is nice. We have some pretty heavy tanks. There's a lot of hit points in terms of the Mouses there, so that's nice. I need 6,500. I need 5 kills, and I need a win in order to do the mission. So we'll come up here and start taking shots. We'll get to my replay in just a minute, but I wanted to kind of show what Pilgrim was doing at the same time, because he's going to end up actually helping me out quite a bit. So we got Pilgrim coming up here. We're going to work into the middle. I'm trying to figure out shots on guys. I get a big one on the Maus. That T10 is going to be the bane of my existence for a while. So we got Pilgrim working in to maybe figure out a shot on the Maus. Maybe a little bit rushed there, Pilgrim. I think you had some time to take a little bit better aim. Maybe worried about the T95 coming. But remember, we got a really good turret on this thing. Pilgrim sees the G-Sor running around up there, so he's going to head off this way. And turn around. That's kind of like the, ooh, shiny. I wouldn't worry about that light tank doing that. Get down in here and start delivering some damage from the big gun. Even if he gets behind us, he's only going to take a little chunk, and then we can turn and worry about it. So Pilgrim's working in, trying to find a shot. Yeah, I would just come right up and over here, not expose my hole, but just see if I can get a shot either on the Maus, like right there, ooh, just about, or on the hatch of the T95. So he's doing a pretty good job side scraping. Pilgrim's going to maybe expose himself a bit here, looking for a shot. That's probably not going to go in. Yeah, not down low there. I think you had a better chance going after the faceplate. Going after the face of the turret. The other Maus comes in, and he's going to have a pretty good time with you there because you're... Oh, you get a snap on there. We take another hit, but we don't take any damage. The problem with the Big Lebowski is the hole itself is not amazing unless you've got some good angling going on. Or you're hull down. And the lower plate, although it's quite thin, is not very good either. Take another big hit in the side, so giving away a few hit points here. Trying to figure out how to get some shots. Going after the weak spot. There we go. So we sneak one, little low roll at 703. Ooh, watch that side armor. Ouch. Probably just a little bit too much angling there, and we're down to 768. It was pretty quickly in here we started discussing. I was telling Pilgrim, hey man, save your hit points. Just try to be more of a presence than anything. Take the shots when you get them. But don't expose yourself to any more shots because they have shredded a bunch of hit points off of them there. And it was starting to look kind of bad as far as this fight goes. We're doing okay down in the south. You can see that we're rolling up a smaller amount of tanks. So if we just take a quick look here, we're down to the 3 of us. And they've got some pretty good hit points. There's another tank in there we don't see right now, a T-95 lurking around as well. And we'll just keep on trying to sort this. I say, hey, let's back up into this. Back up into here. Here comes that mouse. So we put a shot into him. Very nice. Backing out the 110E4 bounces. So that's kind of that armor I was talking about on this tank. Sometimes it's amazing. And then he just gets thumped by the 268-4. And the bummer with the armor on this tank, as I have learned now that I've played it a little bit more, is this side right here, if you have any kind of angle, as in you're looking at it like this, that's not very strong armor. It's got pretty good angling, especially if you look up like this. But as far as the actual thickness, it's not great, so it requires angling to make it good. This hatch bubble right here is not amazing either. So that's kind of a problem. But you can see now, as that tank was look up, he's had a couple bounces off the upper plate on that highly angled armor there. Again, it's not super thick, it's just the angling gives it some pretty good armor overall. And this is where I told him very definitely, all right, don't poke anymore, just stay behind me, I'll be the armor. Look for your opportunities to pop out and shoot when they can't shoot you. Because right now you don't want to challenge any of them. At 208 hit points, you don't want to challenge any of them. And to be honest, I need him around, right? If I'm trying to do this mission, at this point we're just trying to win. And especially if I'm trying to do this mission, and I don't know why the T-10 took a shot on me and didn't go after the kill on Pilgrim. That would have been a good idea on his part. So Pilgrim's going to fall back and get hulled down, which is a great idea. And I'll just be the armor right there. Nicely done, right into that face plate, right into the turret face there. Now what I want you to pay attention to here is, I don't want to give it away, but take a look at what we were fighting. We get anchored by these guys, the Maus, the 268, the 110E4, and the T-10. So there's the T-10. I get him dead. We'll look at that replay in a minute. There's still a Maus there. There's still a 110E4 somewhere. Now the Sturv K comes in. And I'm thinking, all right, we got to take advantage of this. And I'm really worried about that 268 version 4. I'm like, I haven't seen him for a while. Remember, those things are really quite fast. So I'm going to take a chance in here and see if I can get a kill. And then, holy cow, there he is. The 110E4 has gone around and is coming in behind us. Pilgrim does a nice job there of getting lucky. Somehow the guy bounces, gets into the track. He was shooting heat, so tracks will eat the heat. And now we're having a discussion, Pilgrim and I. I'm thinking, all right, dude, just stay alive as long as you can. In there, I'm going to try to come up here and start giving you some help. Another bounce. Just a lot of times, kind of just the fact that you're moving around and wiggling can throw people's aim off, especially on casemates. They can be tricky. He misses the weak spot, but he was aiming for it. I put a thump into him, and he just keeps on pressing this guy. Here comes the 110E4, who's actually followed the 268-4, and we get another bounce off of that guy. Or off, I guess that was the 268. I don't know what. There, the 110E4 just fired. So we do get a bounce off the 110E4 with APCR in that case, and I'm able to kill the 268. So that brings me to 2 kills, and I'm up to, I don't remember what the damage is, but I'm pretty close. And then Pilgrim has actually lived. So with 54 hit points, either one of them firing HE, and it's game over for Pilgrim. So I tell him, fall back while we deal with these dudes. I'm just going to go in there and get the kill on the 110E4 because I'm pretty sure I'm going to out-reload him here. Pilgrim looking for guys over on the side. And we're prioritizing winning, right? The game is still pretty close. Puts a nice shot on that guy and burns down the Charfucher. I do get the 110E4. So I'm up to 3 kills. So I need 2 of these guys and some more hit points. And I think really that and a little bit later are the 2 places where Pilgrim is absolutely going to save my bacon and keep my hopes alive for this mission. So his ability to actually defeat the 110E4 and the 268-4, at least in terms of them not killing him and then doing a nice job of taking one of them down, you can see that he's also sitting at 3 kills. So a bit of a rough start and does a really nice job. All right, dogs drive me crazy. Bit of a rough start, but does a really nice job late. We're talking here, he says he's going to go down and around. So here he goes. Never work with dogs and children, my friends. Animals and children. The dog has decided to come in here and shake and scratch itself and rage around. Haven't you? All right. See? What did I tell you? Dogs and children. All right. Pilgrim's going to go ahead and head around the corner here, pushing back towards the cap. And really, what he's doing for me is looking for spots, and we're discussing that. I go into the middle because I'm also a one-shot at 216, so any of those 3 tanks will take me down with a pen. Pilgrim's going to come around here. We'll just speed this up because what he does is he's going to come around here and find, I believe, the Sturv K who has moved into this general area. Takes a little peek. There we go. Hits the Sturv K once. And again, we're discussing. Nice blind shot right there. He backs out. Didn't hit him, it looks like. Trying to figure a way to get the kill on this dude. So, back to platoons helping each other. One thing you can discuss is probably Pilgrim's not going to one-shot the 1,000 hit point guy. So, if he can take a chunk off of it, and then I can get the kill, that's you can help each other in terms of that. Because I'm getting pretty close to the damage requirement here. Somebody else hits him, though, and now he's down to one-shot territory for me. And unfortunately, or no, fortunately, I get the kill. So now I'm to 4 kills. I only need 1 kill, basically. I believe I have the damage required right now. So Pilgrim comes around here looking for an opportunity. We're just going fast speed. There's the Leopard. Misses him. Trying to steal my kill, I think, right there. There may have even been a discussion in there about should I hold that, and I said, no, let's make sure we get the win. As I recall. Or maybe he was just trying to ruin my chances. Alright, we'll speed this up because the last part of where he's going to help me is coming up. I'm going to come around here, keep on pushing. We are getting down to the wire here. We're at 3 minutes. So I'm holding the middle. Pilgrim and I are talking. He's coming around this way. There we go. Gets hit by the Leopard. Backs out of it. Sturv 103 is pushing in. There's a miss from across there. And down he goes. So the 103 kills him. Alright, now we need to track down the WT. He was last seen in this general vicinity. But we're not going to find him until we get all the way to their cap because he's fallen back into the buildings. Although there's a shot coming in there. I don't really know where that shot came from because it wasn't the WT. Might have been the T-10 shooting at him or something. Alright, so we find the WT and he's back in behind these buildings. Pilgrim takes an auto-aim shot. And I was saying, alright, I need him kind of knocked down a little bit because I can't kill him. He kills the T-10. I need a chunk of him taken out. The Sturv gets in there. Starts pushing in. You can see me there in the edge of town there. And down goes the Sturv. So it's just the 2 of us at this point. Does he not? Good. He didn't trip the cap, so that was actually good. Just a little bit less SA. 58 seconds, guys. So I am at 4 kills. I have the hit points. I just need the kill. And we're discussing how do we draw this guy out. Pilgrim says, I'm just going to go in and see if I can find him, get him lit. Maybe you can get a shot on him right there. So he just comes in at this guy. Really nice job. Gets the bounce in. Now he's down to 300 hit points. So all I need to do is get that shot on him. Pilgrim's working it around here, trying to figure it out. He backs out of it. Says, I'll go around this other side and see if I can draw him towards me. There he is. So he crossed, right? He crossed. Now he's going back. Oh, 10 seconds left, folks. That was it. So we'll take a look at my replay next. But I wanted to show that because there's a lot of goodness in there if you're trying to help somebody do a mission. Not the collusion kind, but teamwork kind. And I think for some of these bigger missions, it is helpful to have a wingman or 2 out there. In general, I would say prioritize the win. But when you get down to a point where they're close to what they need, go ahead and help them. I mean, I've got 4 kills. He's got 3. He's done 3,300. Bounced a bunch. Did a really nice job in there. So let's take a look at my replay. All right, here it is from my perspective. We dispense with all the driving into the battle, but you can see that we're here in the brawling area. I do want to fade right here. That little opening, a little ditch right there can get you shot in the side, so I kind of fade to the right, try to avoid as much as possible, that kind of thing. Take a shot into the mouths, and I get thumped by heat from the T10. So that's one of those things where the angle is not fantastic, and I think he got into my lower plate. Is that what he got me? Hard to see right here. He got stuff in the way. I think there's a hole there potentially. That would be my assumption. I don't see any holes in the side of the tank or anything, so I believe he snuck it into the lower plate there. So because I'm on top of the hill and he's look up into that lower plate, he's going to have a pretty easy time getting those shots. And the T10, like I said, was my bane. He actually does a really nice job until the very end where I'm able to sneak one into him and get rid of him. So I don't want to go too far forward because I know the T10 will pop out. Then I got this T95 that seems to want to come around the corner here. So he comes trundling in. He's got the other Mouse with him. So as soon as the Mouse goes here, and the T10 sees that and pops out. And that's great timing on his part. It's exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't want to pop out and eat 750 and then try to take a shot on me. Waits for me to shoot somebody else. Look at that reload. He gets reloaded well inside of mine. So I have to be careful here. I don't really want to challenge the T10, not because I think he can beat me solo. It's just he's going to pick me apart, and I don't have a great shot at him right there. So he's doing a really nice job. I think he probably went after one of my hatches right there. So one thing you have to think about when you get into situations like this where somebody's got you locked down is that maybe you need to go do something else. Now, I had a chance there. I think I just clean missed him. And now he's pushing up. He's going to use the T10 as his buddy. And I'm going to back out of this thing. I'm not reloaded. He moves just at the right time, and I can't quite get a shot. All right, so notice that I didn't have the depression to keep pushing at him. So instead of chase him and let the T95 hit me, I'm going to back out, and I'll switch targets to the T95. Go after his lower plate, take that shot, and then I'm going to dive down because he's got decent depression but not amazing, and if he wants to keep coming, he's just going to have to come over this last ridge, and I've got more friends here to include Pilgrim. So I back down further. Doesn't really hurt me. I can still get my gun on him. Long reload. Pilgrim does a nice job putting a thump on him. Long reload, and now he's in big trouble. So he's going to start backing out. I'm only showing... Now this is, again, hold down kind of 101. If you take a look at my tank here, if the zoom would quit losing its mind here. Holy cow, this is... I hate this replay system sometimes. It's so bad. Notice that I'm well hold down. I'm only showing my turret. I know that because when I zoom in, you can see where the ground is. It's just above the pipper right there. And I'm kind of look up, so I'm definitely hold down. Does this dude look like he's got a toupee on right here, doesn't he? Some dude with a big nose and a toupee, and there's an ear right there. And I'm able to kill him off. Obviously, I've pressed 2, firing the old heat. I'm going to keep my turret towards this guy. That's another skill for you guys when you're doing these fights. When you zoom out and you're looking to see what everyone else is doing, right-click when you zoom out so that your turret stays forward and it doesn't start swinging randomly around where your camera is. Not quite. Not quite. And that's one of the disadvantages of these long reloads is sometimes you get those fleeting shots and you just can't quite get reloaded in time. So I'm looking for an opportunity here on these guys. I don't want to push over there and let them have it. And I'm starting to sense that things are going badly here. There's 4 of them. The 124 does his last shot, and that's where we're discussing, all right, we got to pull back. We really don't want to get shot in the side. Here comes the Mouse. Put one into him. 124 goes after Pilgrim for the kill. Does not get him. 268 comes in. And we just keep backing. This is where the discussion, all right, I need you to live, especially after that last hit. Takes that last hit, I'm like, dude, I need you to live here. Get a shot on the T10, but he gets a piece of me as well. Like I said, he played really well, tier 9 versus 10. I think he would have really loved to have taken out Pilgrim, but Pilgrim was using me as a bit of armor right there. Bit of a rush shot. I was hoping I could pull that one off because that would have dissuaded them from coming in. Another nice shot by the T10. Just can't keep him from hitting me. Mouse is coming in with a lot of hit points. Sneak one into the lower part of the faceplate. Get a bounce. Nice kill by Pilgrim, as we saw. And I'll keep using this little nook right here to avoid multiple shots as best I can. And this is where the 268 version 4, probably slightly before this, I think he started kind of working side scraping there and decided against it and said, you know what, let me just go around. There's no sense pushing into 260 TPs. And the T10 makes a big mistake right there. I don't think he knew, obviously, that the Sturv K had showed up. I think he was trying to make a move there to help change the angle so he could start working with him in the mouths. But the Sturv K does this all a solid, shows up and gets the mouths kind of in trouble. When the mouths got down to a one shot, and I could see he was paying attention to the Sturv K, I took the opportunity to maybe kill him. And then all of a sudden I had to back out. I'm like, well, I don't have time to mess with the mouths. I have to deal with these guys. And I'm really just hoping the Sturv K can keep the mouths honest. Keep looking, checking 6 there. As we know, the 110E4 was following. So I'm going to come around here. We just have to get rid of this dude. Sneak one into the lower plate. A little bit lucky right there, but I'll take it. And then we notice the 110E4 showing up. And I get stuck on this guy. Looking for an opportunity to kill him, but it doesn't matter because Pilgrim says, I'll do it. I'll take care of this. The discussion again. All right, I will go first, Pilgrim. You don't have the hit points. I'm going to have to come in here. And now I'm kind of prioritizing kills. I know I'm going to take a hit. I was hoping my armor would hold up, but it didn't. Fix the driver because I need him to not get away. I think he kind of realized I should go for the ram kill there, but we don't get it. And I'm glad I shifted slightly to the right, off of the mantlet, into the faceplate of the turret right there. Something to think about. You can see that the mantlet was showing purple or red if you've got the, if you don't have the what is it, color blindness mode on, it'll show red, and I'm able to shift to the right. It's kind of one of the problems with the full zoom that I do with a lot of my shots. I might have been able to have a little bit better essay on where to shoot him if I'd have been zoomed out a little bit more. So I'm glad I shifted over. So we're at 6960, which means I have the damage I need. I need 6,500. I have 3 kills, so I need 2 of the last 3 guys and a win. I already gave away the ending, obviously. So we're having the discussion here, back to the working as a platoon. He says, all right, I'll go around to the north. I'll try to get some lights for you. You work the middle. I am a one-shot. We have a lot of tanks left. I really didn't think it would come down to what it did. With the number of tanks we had left, I figured we'd pretty quickly kill them. Our issue is that we're actually down hit points, though. Although it's unknown whether the Sturv K or the WT really have full hit points. The 103 gets spotted and is not seeing what's hitting him, so he has to back out of that spot. That makes me a little bit worried about moving up here. I don't want to just wander out into the open and get shot by somebody that has view range in there and ending all options. So I have to be a little bit timid. And the problem with that is I'm trying to do a mission, right? So I've sort of transitioned into it. We have to win, but I'm also having 1 foot in the on one side of the fence and 1 foot on the other. 1 foot's on the side that says, hey, I need to get a win, or I need to get 2 more kills, sorry. But the other foot's in the side of we need to win also. So I need both things. That's unfortunately causing me to be a little bit timid because I can't do the 5 kills if I'm dead, right? If it was a case of I was down, I had 4 kills, and I could kind of expose myself to get the 5th kill with my 6,900 damage, and then confidence the rest of the team would win, that'd be one thing. But I don't, right? I don't have that confidence. And I need 2 kills, so I can't just kind of take a chance to grab 1 kill and get nuked. So we're trying to figure this out. Now I'm spotted and I'm thinking, oh geez, there's so many angles these guys can shoot me from. That WT might be over there on the side, or maybe the leopard is, so I've got to turtle up against these buildings. The Sturv's out in the open looking to take a shot on him. I just shoot that because that fence is in my way. I need it gone. Which works a lot better when you have a fast reload. With a slow reload like this, it doesn't work near as nicely. The other thing I'm worried about is the leopard, or even the Sturv K coming up behind us and shooting me in the back, taking out my whole 216 hit points, then I'm out of the game at that point. So we're just kind of waiting. I'm hoping that Sturv K, our Sturv K, can get theirs lit, and maybe I can get a kill. There we go. And he goes down to a one-shot. And I'm like, all right, now's the time. If I can get a shot on this guy. Boom. 7,599 damage. That's the 4th kill. So now I can be maybe a little riskier if I can get the 5th kill. I'm pretty sure we got this one. As you can tell from the replay with Pilgrim, it's not anywhere near as sure. But at this point in the game, I'm thinking, all right, we got this. I just need to get one more kill. If I can figure out how to do this. And I'm a little bit torn at this point, looking at the replay, and I was right after the game, on whether I really should have stayed up in the middle or if I should have put a little, and this is a bummer here because that would have done it right there. That would have done it right there. So I missed that one. And I think you already know how it ends. Essentially, the last 2 shots of the game would have secured it, and I missed both those shots. That one was a little iffier. There wasn't much of the tank showing, and I had not fully zoomed. So my dispersion circle was pretty good. We're going to speed this up because we know what happens as far as pushing in. They get the leopard dead, and I'm not able to kill it. Pilgrim's moving around. Again, we're having that discussion. I can't see the guy. He gets killed. We come over here. Pretty quickly, we're going to have the WT lit. I just want to show you that last shot. So he peeks there. I don't quite shoot. Now, another thing I did right here is I selected HE, which has a slower shell velocity, 900. Actually, I don't know if it's slower than the heat. Same as the heat. So, interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a tank with the same shell velocity on every shell. Is that a typo? Well, never mind. I was going to say one of the problems is maybe the HE, but according to that right there, at least in the game, in the replay, they're all the same shell velocity. That's bizarre. Anyway, the WT is at 1153. I have HE just in case I can get a shot on a full hit point guy. Average damage is 950. Get a good pin, I might be able to take the guy out if I'm the first one to shoot. I was hoping that I could get that shot. There is the discussion of let one of those guys shoot him first, but the Sturv fires so fast that if I get a shot at him, I want to take it. So I'm going to go ahead and take any shot I can get on this guy, which I don't end up with one. He kills the Sturv nicely right there. And all I need is for him to cross. Now watch this. So I'm looking at this. We're having this discussion, kind of zooming around. Pilgrim goes in. Let's slow this down to 1 speed. There he is. Is he going to come out? Just not enough. Again, having the discussion, and then Pilgrim thumps in, and I'm thinking, all right, great, we got this. Might easily, if I hit him with HE, he should go down big time. And unfortunately, I really screw up a couple times here. Here's the first one coming up. Paying attention to what Pilgrim's doing. He's talking about going around the top side. I have no... He snuck around, right? Because Pilgrim left and didn't have line of sight on that. He crosses. So he gets across once. And then I see him coming. I know he's making a move, so I'm going to go ahead and put some lead fire in. Fire. And it was late, right? I fired late. And I kind of knew it. I was looking for a place to clear the debris and stuff right there. And that shot, second shot, missed it. Missed it. Anyway, to Pilgrim, thanks for helping me out with that. I hope you guys got something out of that as far as working as a platoon to get some of these missions done. Some of them, I won't say they necessarily require it, but if you are working as a platoon and your teammate gets close to it, do what you can to help them out, get the mission done. Makes the game a lot more fun as you're talking about it as you go. Anyway, a bit of a heartbreaker. Would have loved to have got this mission. I've done it, like I said. I need it with honor so I can get my order back. That's what I really need out of it. So I'm kind of stuck on that before I make a push for the 279 early. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you.